Hi, my name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass. Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today, we're doing a classic, chicken parmesan. But stay tuned, because I have the best tips to show you how to make the best chicken parmesan ever. And we're pairing it with this Chianti Classico, ooh, from Italy. It is so good. It will pair beautifully with it. Let's get in the kitchen. Let's get started on our marinara sauce first. That's going to go on top of the chicken. So it's very easy, very simple. We have some shaved garlic right into the olive oil. I have olive oil in the pan here. I have about 2 tablespoons right into the pan. Just let that go. We're going to let that simmer and brown up slightly, but not too much because we don't want it to turn bitter. So let me turn that down a little bit. Now there's 4 basic things. That's it. So don't veer from it. Don't go off on a tangent and add extra things in this marinara sauce. You have San Marzano tomatoes, garlic, fresh basil, and olive oil. That is it. It's that simple. And the flavors are all coming from these San Marzanos right here. So as you can see, I buy the whole ones. And what I do, I already went through most of these, and I squeeze them. I'm going to try to keep all the juice not on me and in the pan. So just take it with your hands like this. This is how the Italians do it, actually, believe it or not. Just go like this, get in there, and squeeze all the tomatoes, just like this. And why buy the whole ones? It's a better quality instead of the crushed or the diced. So you want to buy the whole San Marzanos, and please, San Marzanos. So the garlic looks like it's done. Let's get that right on in there. So San Marzanos right on in. And then I'm going to take half of this fresh basil. I'm going to do half of the fresh basil now, and I'm going to do half when I'm finishing it, because the basil flavor will slowly cook out when you're cooking this, because this is going to reduce for about 20 minutes. So let's get with the other hand that is not full of San Marzano tomatoes. Only thing we're adding is some salt and pepper, and that's it. It's that simple. And we're going to add some pepper, and we're going to let this go for about 20 minutes. Let this simmer, reduce, and get thick. It will be beautiful. And then we'll put that right on top of the chicken. Let's get started on breading the chicken. And I have some very important tips, so please stay tuned. Right here for the breading, I have a combination of panko and breadcrumbs. So there's 2 things, the panko for the crunch and the breadcrumbs. And I'm putting in right now some Parmesan cheese. And make sure that Parmesan cheese is at least 2 years aged, has much better flavor. And then with that, I'm putting in some fresh parsley, and then a little bit of some garlic powder, not garlic salt. I like to salt my own. So we'll just put a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper, and we'll mix that up. And that is our actual breading. And imagine that Parmesan cheese with the panko and all that combination. You're going to get that extra crunch. Is amazing. So right now we have chicken breast butterflied out, which is extremely important because it's about quick cooking and even cooking. So make sure you butterfly your chicken breast out, and then take your rolling pin. I don't actually need parchment paper since mine's a metal, but if you have a wooden rolling pin, take it and push down so they're all the same size and width, meaning so they all cook the same. So that's really important. You definitely want that. Let's toss that away and let's just get these breaded. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take the chicken breast, which by the way, this has salt and pepper in it, so does the egg mixture. So we're gonna put it right in the flour first, like that. And don't worry, it's gonna be a hot mess by the end here. So your kitchen countertops, don't worry about them right now. So then we go from the flour into the egg mixture. And as you see, we want that submersed into the egg mixture. That's important. So you should have enough eggs to submerge your chicken. Then we're gonna take it out and we're gonna put it right into our Panko breadcrumb Parmesan mixture, and then flip it over and then put down. And what I do is I always like to do like this and pad some extra on top like this and just push down on it so it sticks. Look at that. Look at this. This is amazing. So I'm just gonna finish up with the rest of these and we'll get them in the pan. Okay, we have the breaded chicken breasts. Let's get them in the olive oil that I have heating up here in the pan. Right on in. Ooh, beautiful. Look at these. These are some beautiful chicken breasts. I'm only gonna do 2 at a time so I don't overcrowd the pan. I don't want to overcrowd the pan because I'm going to bring down the actual heat of the olive oil and they won't get that crispy outer shell that I want so much. So we'll let that go. We're not going to touch them right now for about 4 to 5 minutes, depending on the thickness of your chicken breast. Then we're going to flip it over and do another 4 to 5 minutes until it's cooked through about 165 degrees. We just finished frying up our chicken breasts. I pulled them out of the pan. I put them on this wire rack. The reason why I'm taking them right into the oven's at 400 degrees. Right now, I'm just gonna put some of this luscious marinara sauce that we worked so hard on. Remember how easy it was? So we're gonna put this luscious marinara sauce. And it all depends on you, how much you want. I know a lot of people are saucy people. They love it. They love a lot of sauce. But we work so hard on getting a nice crisp outer shell on these. I don't go crazy with this sauce. And now look, now we're topping it, ooh, with this fresh mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella. Just slice them up and putting them right on top here. Now this is going into the oven at 400 degrees. Everything's cooked through, so we're just melting the actual mozzarella itself, and when it comes out, we'll sprinkle some fresh basil right on top. I can't wait to dig into that. And the reason why I have it on the wire rack is so air can go around it when it's in the oven, so it keeps that crisp hard shell that we work so hard on, right? I would first like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know what I'm making next week. I can't wait to dig into this. This is so amazing. It's gonna be like crazy. Did you hear that crunch? That's the first thing I heard. Crunch. Oh my goodness. That's what you call a mouthful. Man, the crunch from the panko and that awesome marinara sauce, and it pairs so beautifully with this Chianti Classico from Italy because it has notes of blackberry and a little bit of terroir and earth that just cuts through the acidity from the tomato juice. This is a lovely pairing. Thank you so much for stopping by Wine&Dine, and we'll see you next week.